Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and ideas that can improve your life. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click the subscribe button because I'll be honored to have you here. Today we're gonna play another session in the Poker Snowie. This is a new piece of software that we are evaluating and that we've had a lot of fun with already. Today I think we're gonna continue on using this training option of Poker Snowie, and this time we will pick once again the freeze out, but we will pick the starting chips as 100 BBs. We will make this 6 max and we will do a turbo uh, tournament. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna use this live advice. Let's maybe do that. Should be fun. Start off with 9-10 off on the cutoff. Gonna call this. Should fold, but the gambler in me likes to call with hands like this on the cutoff. So now on the flop, once the small blind and the original raisers check to us, I think we should bet, and I think we should bet on the higher side. Maybe we're gonna bet 90. We get a check raise from the small blind, which we are going to call. There's a king of hearts on the turn, and the small blind continues for half pot. Now, I think we have to fold this. Yep. Ace 9, we're gonna open. And we should fold it rather. You get a call from the big blind. Gonna go for a half pot bet, and we get a fold. 8-6 off, we're gonna fold. Ace 8 on the big blind with a raise and a call. We're going to 3-bet, and we're gonna pick a sizing of 180. And we see the solver likes calling here, doesn't like raising, but the EV is small, I guess. The loss. The board is 4-7-9, so not the greatest one for us. We're gonna continue for a quarter, and once again, so Snowy detects this as an error. Best would have been to check 80% of the time or bet half pot 20% of the time. You get a call. 9 of clubs hits on the turn. I'm gonna check it. The big blind bets half pot now. The cutoff. Now what do we do here? I think we have to fold. Pocket kings on the small blind now. Gonna raise. We get a call. We hit a king 5-10 flop with 2 hearts. We're gonna continue for half pot. We get raised. We're gonna go for a 3-bet. And looks like we're gonna go into an all-in situation, and where we have the upper hand because the villain had king 10. So we won the spot. King jack suited. We're gonna call on the button to see the flop of 3-7 ace with a spade. We're gonna check this. We see the solver thinks checking here is wrong. We should bet quarter of the pot 100% of the time here. We hit a king on the turn. We're gonna bet quarter of the pot now. No, actually now. The right move would be to check. And there's a 6 of hearts on the river. We're gonna check behind. And we lose to a pair of aces. 4-7 off, we're gonna fold. King 7 off, we're gonna fold. 6-3 off, we're gonna fold. King Queen suited on the big blind. We're gonna call this time. Instead of 3-betting, I really like 3-bet King Queen suited for no particular reason. And we're gonna check it on the flop. Big blind bets quarter pot. And just gonna call here. Yeah, I was thinking about raising, but I did not raise, so we're gonna check on the turn. And we're gonna check on the river. Villain has ace queen, so we were dominated the whole time. Pocket sixes on the small blind, we're just gonna call. Ace-7 king on the flop with 2 spades, we're gonna check it. Everyone checks. We're gonna check once again on the turn. And once again on the river. We're hoping that there's all checks, but we're gonna fold to a bet. 9-10 off, we're gonna fold. 5-6 off, we're 2-4, we're now 5-handed, we're gonna fold, of course. Ace-Jack, we're gonna open. And we see everyone's folding. 4-10 off. On the big blind, we're gonna fold it. Pocket nines on the small blind. We're gonna open. And we get a fold. 3-9 suited. We're gonna fold. After an open, 4-8 off, we're gonna fold. 7 queen off, we're gonna fold. Deuce queen on the big blind. We're gonna fold as well. King Jack on the small blind now. We're gonna open. Maybe we're gonna open for 2 BBs. And we're gonna go for a quarter pot on the flop. We get raised. We've got a gut shot, so we're gonna call. We're gonna check on the turn. We're gonna call one bet once again. Silver is falling here 100%. And we're gonna check for the 3rd time on the river. We see the villain is shoving. And can we think about calling here? Can you think about hero calling here? I don't know, it feels kind of like close to a hero call, but we're gonna fold it here. 3-8, we're gonna fold. King Jack, we're gonna open. We get all folds. 5 Jack off, we're gonna fold. 7-4 off. We call this small shove. We're gonna bet 150 because we hit a pair. We're gonna bet another 150 on the turn. And we win. King 10 of hearts. We get a shove from the button. We're gonna fold it here. We see actually this is the wrong move. We should call this rather. Okay. Jack 9 off for 12 BBs. Is that a shove? Maybe that's just a regular open here. I'm gonna try and opening it. You get a call. Gonna try continuing for a quarter on the ace-5 deuce, and we won the pot. 4-7 of hearts. We're gonna call from the big blind. 8-10 Jack falls on the flop. And I think we're gonna bet half pot here. We're gonna bet into the pre-flop raiser. And he folded, so that's great. We're gonna fold the queen 3 off. We're gonna fold the queen 3 off once again here. And now we're gonna open ace queen suited. We get a call from the big blind, and the flop is ace ace 3. We're gonna check it. The villain's got a pot size bet behind. Another ace on the turn. We're gonna check once again. Again, the solver thinks it's a bad option, but what can we do? And we're gonna shove here on the river, or should we just bet a quarter pot? Let's bet all in. But the villain folds, unfortunately. Now with queen 3 off, we get raised off of our big blind. But we're folding this, right? Well, we should actually call. Good to know. We're gonna fold the 3-9 off. King Jack, we're gonna open. We get a raise from the big blind, and we're gonna fold it. Ace King off on the under the gun. We're gonna shove it. We get folds. 4-10 suited. We're folding it to the all-in. 4-8 off. We're folding. King 6. I think we gotta go with this. And we raise. And we won, which is good. Ace 5, we're gonna go all in here again. And we win. And we're heads up. Big blind has 5 big Bs, so we're shoving Jack Deuce. We get a call, and we hit flush. So that's it. We won the little 6 max freeze out. That's cool. Within a few minutes, our session will appear at the import manager for further analysis. So let's see that. Should be here anytime. Let me just drink a little of my tea. I'm not. Oh, okay, it's loading. It takes a while to load, actually. Okay, we can go view analysis. So once again, we played at expert level. We made quite a bit of mistakes. But let's check them out. Let's go to profit and loss. So we won 10K, right? We made some mistakes. We raised more than Snowy, much more, but we played similar amount of hands. We were way more aggressive than Snowy. We folded less. We attempted to steal blinds more often. We folded small blind more often to steal. And we folded big blind the same amount. So let's just go through the errors. Got 16 of them, and let's only focus on the ones that are over 1. So this one is, and here, what do we have here? We've got a raise from the cutoff, small blind calls, and we 3-bet it to 180 with ace-8 off. This is definitely a bluff squeeze, a little too loose of a 3-bet with our hand. So yeah, I have no issues here with Snowy saying it's a wrong play, but this wasn't the error actually. We see the initial raiser called our 3-bet, and now the error is betting at the spot, or more importantly, it's betting a quarter of pot. We see that Snowy prefers checking 100% of the time instead of betting quarter of pot. But when it comes to betting half pot, the Snowy prefers a strategy of checking 77% of the time and betting 23%. So if we bet half pot here, it's fine. But if you bet quarter of pot, Snowy thinks it's losing almost a little bit over 1 BB of EV. And there's that. Another error, a small one. Here we have over 1 BB of EV loss. So let's start at the beginning. So pre-flop we had under the gun open. We called it on the button with King Jack suited, and big blind called as well. We see 3 checks on the flop. King of heart folds on the turn. We now bet a quarter of pot, and this is a bad move because we see once again if Snow is betting here, it's choosing the half pot sizing, and it's actually not doing it. Snow is checking here with 100% of its strategy. So betting here is a bad idea. And we see on the flop, actually the solver is betting a quarter pot bet with 100% of its range. So with 100% of this in this spot. So we bet a quarter and we got called in 2 spots, which brought us to the river, which was 6 of hearts, and that was all checked down, so we lost the pot. Another error, a small one, another small one, a big one here, 1.38. We see an all-in from the button, and we fold it. There's 300 in the pot. The villain is shoving for 1200. We've got a stack of 2400. Yeah, I can see why this is mainly a call, but we see the big blind. This is not a big EV loss move. And if we're four-handed at this point, and I would, if this was a small blind versus big blind call situation, it's an obvious one. But here, if we shove it, but the big blind wakes up with a good hand, and somehow the villain wakes up with an even better one, then we get eliminated at the 4th spot, and that's not great. So I guess looking at ICM, I prefer to fold this hand here often, Definitely not always, but yeah. There's this one, which is a small EV loss. This one is small one again, a small one here, a small one here, another small one, and that's actually it. So overall, a cool session. Another tournament that we've won. We actually just played two and won both ones, so we are definitely playing luckily. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you stayed this long, please leave a comment. You can write Snowy or ask a question if you have any on your mind. You can check out the description of this video to find out cool playlists with different GTO spots that we've played in the past. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.